Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here, it really is.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as, to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. So straight into the action.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box.
Goes for a shot! Has fallen kindly here. Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him. Setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Ødegaard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rodrigo! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
And we have our very first corner. Cleared away. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Oh, perfectly measured that. Gyökeres. Now it's Eze.
Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head.
And it's Ødegaard. He's in a great position here. Flashes and a header! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Timber does really well to win the ball there. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Ødegaard. Oh, what a ball! Alexander-Arnold. He can run onto that. Timber. And it's Ødegaard.
That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Gabriel.
Valverde.
Now it's Valverde.
Quality ball.
And he's in on goal. Now, who's going to be first to this? And he thumps it clear. And they are prompt with their pressing. And he's only too happy to take that back. Eze
Did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Saka receives it in a wide position. Ødegaard. Gyökeres! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. That has ended up in no man's land. Eze chasing after it. Chouameni. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Eze. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time.
The less said about that pass, the better.
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior running with the ball. Ødegaard. Ødegaard makes a move down the right. Look at the space here. Plays it across. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Calafiori.
Madrid really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Rodrigo.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, played right into his path. Now it's Rodrigo. And Alexander-Arnold.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's put paid to the danger.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Timber. And it's Timber.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Timber. Carreras.
This is the time you need that pace.
That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. So your views on the first half?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Madrid can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. Back on the way then.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Strokes it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And he welcomes it in. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He has found the way through. Threads one in. Chance for a shot! Well, oh, he's been caught napping. Has to go back here. Chouameni. Oh, that is a nice touch. Can he finish? Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
No surprise there. Can't be hesitant in those moments, Peter. Just allow the defence to regroup and stop the attack.
Rice.
Still just a single goal between the sides.
Belling. Looking to play him in. That's a nicely shaped ball. So no flag here. Backward it goes. Now it's Rodrigo. Oh, that was vital.
The attendance for this match
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Rodrigo. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
And that is a little undercooked. Saka in acres of space out wide. And it's Eze. Valverde.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
He's having a pop! Off the post! Belling. Oh no, this does not look shapes to shoot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Denied by an instinctive save.
Look, when we talk about decision-making, there's a great example. Strong and decisive.
Ødegaard. Eze bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Probing pass. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Ødegaard knocks it out wide. And it's Rice. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, what has happened here? Rodrigo! And that's a sharp finish. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
And the shot! And he's stuck it away! Simplicity itself.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 8. Ødegaard.
So we have movement on
Number
both
10,
benches.
Eze.
Arsenal cut
Number
their
7,
deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Calafiori. Coming on the field, number 23, Mikel Merino. Number 11, Gabriel Martinelli. Number 20, Madueke. Number 19, Trossard. Number 5, Nkapie. Substitution in progress. Substitutions taking place.
It's their second corner of the game.
They've played it short.
Madrid nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Martinelli, Gyökeres, tries a shot! Now how often do you see that? It's an inviting looking ball, that.
Two added
Merino.
minutes has been indicated.
Lovely bit of skill. Rice. Trossard. Tchouameni. Alaba. And there goes the final whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Madrid truly can look back on a job well done. Having gone ahead with that first attempt on goal, you could...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
An intimidating atmosphere in the crowd, a crowd so close to the pitch here in this old-style stadium, the New Balance Arena. So it's down to business here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, he may be a player who we still haven't worked out what his best position is, but I still think that this fella, Kai Havertz's role, will be quite big. He initially played a little deeper before he arrived in England, but once he came to England, he tended to be played as a centre-forward, and it made it difficult for him. I mean, he wasn't attuned to that position, but now he's grown into it, and things are beginning to work.
Well, to disagree with that, it is the sort of situation he thrives in. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's well spotted. Ødegaard.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Timber.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's shifting through the gears here.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
They've played it short. Timber. And now they can spring out of defence. Not the most accurate pass. Olise. Now, can they get him away? Big chance!
On the ball.
Oh, it's fallen loose again! And how good was that? He's got himself an absolute peach. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. That's going wide left. Now it's Mbappe. And he's picked out the run. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it.
Oh, what a mistake! And a chance! And no mistake! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Olise is flagged offside. Saliba. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Ødegaard. Now Ødegaard. Played out wide. That has been cut short. Now it's Mbappe. Looking to play him in. Saka wants to run onto this. Ødegaard. Rice! Goal! Arsenal! And the comeback is complete. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Arsenal have their lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Oh, it's a great ball.
Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
France dragged themselves back again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Pete.
And the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He's cut it out. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's had it nicked away. Rice. Timber. Saka. Hernandez. Can he get on the end of this? Rabiot. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chouameni. Intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And here's Elise. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Odegaard. It's a really well-measured ball. He has found the way through.
Goes for a shot! Off the post! Goal! Arsenal! And again they hit the front.
Gyökeres at his... And that is all they have time for. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And so the action is resumed.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And here's Eze. Arsenal couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And it's Odegaard. Knocks it out wide. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Corner number 2 then. Saka goes short. France are looking to go forward now. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for the run. He's onside. Rabiot. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Great ball, and he's in here.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
He's looking wide, and he's managed to get free. Hangs in across. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and they'll get clinical.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 14. Viene sostituito con il numero 24. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Merino. Rice looking understandably energised after his goal. Tries to pass it through. Mbappe under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Oh, there's a probing ball. France perhaps contemplating their next change here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for options for movement. He's picked his way through. Crosses and he shoots! Oh, good finish. Again, we are level. What a contest!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So again, we have parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And it's Merino. He's a sharp little ball. Judge, surely! Goal! Arsenal! And they get themselves in front! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 10.
So we have movement on both benches.
Numero 20.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved. Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Kante cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Merino. Mikel Merino makes a dash for it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Calafiori. Oh, they could be caught out here. It's a sharp pass. This is Dembele.
France really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Arsenal can't breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And here's Dembele. And that is as far as it goes. France did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
An intimidating atmosphere in the crowd. A crowd so close to the pitch here in this old-style stadium, the New Balance Arena. Things already rolling. Timber defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Threads one in. Gabriel gets over and intercepts. Calafiori spots it and intercepts. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Oh, important interception.
This is the time you need that pace.
Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. That pass has been well intercepted. Valverde, Calafiori makes the interception.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Odegaard. This is a promising build-up. Havertz. Big chance! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Carreras. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's picked his way through. The ball is loose and the chase. Vinicius Junior! And it's in! Mbappe at his razor-sharp best there.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Madrid are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Oh, sweet feet. And it's Rice. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rice. Eze. Eder Militao. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Eze. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Rodrigo. Now this could be a chance. Eze. Now Odegaard. Havertz. Valverde. Now it's Mbappe. Rice. Gyökeres. Tries to pass it through. Forced to go back. Shot a goal! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Oh, one chance! Goal! Arsenal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, that's fabulous. It's a... Rodrigo! It's off target and by quite a way.
Madrid certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Timber. Saliba. And it's Rice. Gabriel. Saliba. Eze. Opts for safety. Now Ødegaard. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Ødegaard.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Ødegaard purring through the gears. Valverde. Bellingham.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And the referee says that is that for the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. So there was the first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. The second half is up and running.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
He's had a shot! Saliba clears. And it's Valverde. Great vision. Eze. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, Red, nice interception. Ødegaard. Not the most accurate pass. Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Carreras.
That's good play from him.
What a throw in. Bellingham cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Spread out to the left. Bellingham, he's on it, can he get away? Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Rice is there and he can get that clear. So we've reached the hour mark. And now a sudden chance to counter.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 17.007 spettatori.
Can he get on the end of this? Ødegaard. It'll be a throw-in. Rice. Ødegaard.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Chouameni. And Rodrigo. Vinicius Junior. Ah, such a clever touch. Vinicius Junior is fouled. Alexander-Arnold considers his options.
The keeper is ultra busy in trying to just get everything in order.
That's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Timber. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. No, that's been intercepted. He is just caressing the ball.
Madrid really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
That's a little off target. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Martinelli. That pass isn't the best.
That's going in strongly.
Back towards the middle. And it's Alexander-Arnold. That's not going far. Oh, he's been caught napping. They're urging him to shoot. Corner. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Madrid have their second corner now.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 7, numero 11. Lasciano il campo per il numero 21, il numero 15. Attenzione, un cambio.
Alexander-Arnold does really well to win the ball there. Oh, shooting chance! Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Looking for a runner. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Eder Militao promptly onto that, and that is that. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Saka, in by Saka.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That is ended up in no man's land. Nicely weighted ball. Pass is just off target. Quality ball. Mbappe is herring after that one. That's that, the end. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Your reflections then, Jim?
Madrid, absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painfully exploited, and that's left plenty for the manager to think about. A painful reminder of where standards really need to be.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
An intimidating atmosphere in the crowd, a crowd so close to the pitch here in this old-style stadium, the New Balance Arena. Saka! Oh, it's hit the post! This time, surely! He's got away with one there.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Not the most convincing of passes. Can he get on the end of this? Dembele providing an outlet on that flank. It's Dembele! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Olise. That's a good run he's making there. Rabiot.
Olise clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's intervened well there. France leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Rice. And here's Havertz. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Timber. Now it's Saka. Now it's Havertz. He's in plenty of space here. And it's in! Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Rice. And here's Eze. Conte. Looking to play him in. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Calafiori. And it's Ødegaard. Now it's Havertz. Rabiot. Can he spark a counter here? Well, that's beautifully weighted. Now this could be a chance. Goes for a shot! It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
France are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And they're quick to get it back. Ødegaard. This is a promising build-up. He's on it, can he get away? It's been shipped out wide. Chance here to counter. Conte. Here's Chouameni. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Rabiot. Oh, it's Dembele. France heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence. Dembele! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find a finish after that.
Olise in acres of space out wide. Rice. Eze. And that has put paid to that. He's a sharp little ball here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Hernandez looking to add to his goal. Dembele. Chouameni for Conte.
Un minuto di recupero.
Conte. Oh, he's been caught. Chance for a shot! And for the first half, that is that. France were so close to ending that half in the perfect fashion, but it just wasn't to be in the end. Some first half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
France looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. The second half is up and running. That has ended up in no man's land. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pavard. And it's Hernandez. Ball played for Conte. And he plays one through. Olise has it out wide and in space. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Gyökeres. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. France needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And the shot! Goal! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Havertz demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Mbappe currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quieting him down now.
Nicely weighted ball. Chouameni. Dembele. Hernandez. And the through ball. Oh, super ball! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. France are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial carpet swept from underneath them. And it's amazing how much one goal can change things.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make any prediction on this right now. And it's Eze. Rice.
Arsenal really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
That's really nicely played. That's an excellent interception. Rabiot. Dembele stood up well to him there.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he shoots!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And Upamecano. Manuel. Ødegaard tries to pass it through.
Arsenal really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Space for him to turn and look. And here's Rabiot. Ødegaard, who's set up one goal so far. Gyökeres. Ødegaard.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And that's gone loose. Eze picks it up out wide. Now it's Eze. Oh no, this does not look good. That is a brilliant interception.
Arsenal really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
France, moments now away from seeing this one out. Olise. Looking for options for movement. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Good ball, good take. Dink through. Pavard cuts out. And that will be the final act. France pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Dembele picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
An intimidating atmosphere in the crowd, a crowd so close to the pitch here in this old-style stadium, the New Balance Arena. So straight into the action. Now it's Havertz. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Olise. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I think Theo Hernandez is one of the most exciting fullbacks in the game. Rarely have I seen a player display all the qualities needed in a complete fullback at such a tender age, and at a time where the role of the fullback is even more crucial. He really is a diamond.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And it's Hernandez. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ah, good steal, he just read it. Saka. Rice. And he's picked it up out wide. Very nicely done. Now it's Eze. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Mbappe. Now it's Olise. Looking for the run. Oh, well measured. And he is dashing away. And he thumps it clear. Tries to get it clear. Bakula! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Knocks it into space. And it's Rabiot. Nicely weighted ball. Conte. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Nicely shaped ball. Can he latch on to this? Well, that's well seen too. Chouameni. Rabiot. Gabriel wins the duel this time. Ødegaard. Rice. And here's Havertz. Oh, sweet feet. That's Eze. Knocks it out wide. He won't be happy with that one. Rice gets on his bike and on the move. Conte looking for options for movement.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And it's claimed by the keeper. Saliba. And it's Ødegaard. Rice. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Conte. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Rice. Now it's Havertz. Saliba calmly anticipates. And that was nowhere near his best. Chouameni. Hernandez. Can he get it through? Oh, well played. And he can thump it away. Conte. And the shot! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Conte cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break, and a big chance wasted.
Saliba. Rice. Gabriel. Now Saliba. And the referee says that is that for the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So we're off again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Played out to the left flank, and he's quick to return it. Passes short and sharp. Rice really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
And it's Eze. That's destined for the flank. Olise. That's a risky ball, you've got to say.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And here's Mbappe. Rice did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Saliba gets over and intercepts. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Saka. Rice. He's a sharp little ball here. Rabiot. Mbappe being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Tchouaméni, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Not the most accurate pass. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Rice does well to get it back. And it's Conte. Rabiot closing in on goal. And he's quick to snatch it back. And it's made its way to him. Arsenal can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And he's had it nicked away. And here's Mbappe. He's shifting through. Can he finish? That's another chance. And he's stuck it away. Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 20.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. So we have the first goal.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Havertz.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue.
Olise! And that would have been some goal.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Now it's Guendouzi. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. France surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 11.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Aims beyond the defence. Now it's Guendouzi, and he's worked it through. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. That has not gone well. He's picked his way through. France will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Now it's Martinelli, and he's managed to get free. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. That has been slung wide.
Arsenal really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Spread to the right. Nice sequence of passes, this. That is lovely. Tries to pass it through. Oh, good take in a good area. Now it's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? On time. Excellent interception. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Martinelli. Now, can they get him away? And he's managed to get rid. And that's it. France have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Your reflections then, Jim?
France clearly weren't looking to win it this way, there's no doubt about that. Still, you have to credit them for their ability to dig deep, to show good mental strength and to find that extra gear when it mattered.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
And it is bouncing here in Bergamo. Not the biggest venue, but for volume and colour and personality, it is just great. We are just getting started. Now it's Olise. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Gyökeres tries to play it through. Havertz. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Now it's Mbappe.
Such good technique.
Now this could be a chance. Mbappe. Good save. Takes a shot! And it's in! No, flags up on the far side.
Yeah, just fractionally late, but it's the right call.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Rabiot is onto it in a flash. Saliba.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Oh, good take in a good area. Gabriel.
Arsenal always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Havertz! Barcola. Now it's Mbappe. Odegaard. Eze. Now, can they get him away? Tchouaméni kept his eye on it, and he's there. Hernandez. That's Rabiot. Can he get on the end of this? Barcola receives it in a wide position. Barcola! It's a loose ball. And he's there to clear it. And it's Rabiot. Rabiot has been caught there, it's a foul. Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. And the potential here for the first goal of the game. Hernandez, and he's got his cross in. Gabriel is there, and he can get that clear. Rice. Calafiori. Rice. Saliba. And it's Timber. Approaching the half-hour mark. Rice. Saliba did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That looks a cracking ball. So no flag here. Real chance! It's a good run, that. Great timing.
OK, it didn't quite come off on this occasion, but you get the feeling as a team they might want to just...
Goes for a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Saka really might have got ever so slightly across it. I don't think he intended to hit it so close to the frame of the goal. I mean, that's a bit obvious.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Timber. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Camavinga. Now then, the ball's come loose. And the shot's on here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Elise. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Rabiot looking to play him in. Spread out to the left. Engages and forces him off the ball. Timber defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Rice. And it's Timber. Saka. And here's Havertz. A probing pass. Saliba cuts out the pass. Out for a throw. Timber.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Rabiot. Now it's Olise. Nice looking ball. Well read, and the danger is averted. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So neither side has found a way through yet.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Now there's a fine ball. He's having a shot!
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
That has been cut short. Olise is wide and looking to get onto this. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Olise is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Hernandez gets across to intercept that. France different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Arsenal can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Eze getting forward. Looking for the run. And the finish! And yes, it's there! Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 20.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
So we have the first goal.
We'll talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
This is a promising build-up. Saliba producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And this is Rabiot. Mbappe needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And he's heaved it away. Eze. Looking tidy in possession here. Olise. Now it's Rabiot. That's a nicely shaped ball. Gabriel calmly anticipates. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Timber charging forward down that flank. Now it's Saka. Rice. That's going wide left. Oh, he's found support out wide. Brilliantly cut out.
Arsenal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And he's managed to get free. And it's been hooked away.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Ødegaard. And here's Havertz. Good ball, good take. Olise.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, played right into his path. Mbappe. Big chance! He's got a goal! There seemed no way back, but they are level. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Saliba did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. So we have movement on both benches.
Numero 22, numero 15.
Digna.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 26, il numero 3.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for...
Decent chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Merino. Now it's Havertz. Thinks one through. Dembele is the guilty party there.
Ci saranno 3 minuti
It's
di
Dembele. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. That has ended up in no man's land. And he's lost his man here. Martinelli. And here's Elise. And that is that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
An intimidating atmosphere in the crowd. A crowd so close to the pitch here in this old-style stadium, the New Balance Arena. Things already rolling. Havertz! What a wonderful goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
And it's Timber.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Now it's Havertz.
He's having a shot! It's not an especially good pass, that.
Now that looks a decent ball.
And the shot's a real chance! And he scores! But oh, it's offside.
The decision came a little late because the referee initially didn't see the assistance flag, but it's the right call.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call.
Opts for safety.
Ødegaard. Rice. Havertz. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good steal, he just read it. Now it's Dembele. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Elise. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. France really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Tries a shot! And a neat finish! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Chouameni. Olise is herring after that one. Pass somewhat off target. Chouameni.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Koundé cuts it out.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he welcomes it in. Not the most convincing of passes. Odegaard. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Timber. And it's Rice. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Now Timber. Now that's well seen too. Camavinga. Played back to the goalkeeper. Raya. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Nicely weighted ball. He's picked his way through. Well read, and the danger is averted.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Rabiot cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Oh, well played, well played. Can he spark a counter here? And he's being shifted off it. Rice. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Eze. That's very neat. And it's Rice. Odegaard has created one goal already. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And that is the end of the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And they win it back again. That has ended up in no man's land. Rabiot. Nice sequence of passes, this.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Good read, needed to be. And he can thump it away. Eze. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Saliba. Timber. Now Saliba. Played out to the left flank. Mbappe being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And he is deftly away, driving through the middle. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, shooting chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
A case now of complete control. And it's hit the woodwork and out! Hernandez gets it away. Now it's Saka. Ødegaard. That is very well defended. Dembele making good progress. And that could set him on his way. He has found a way through. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. France with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Now it's Chouameni. Now it's Mbappe. Opts to play it back. Now that's a lovely goes for a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Timber. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Upamecano, the pass has gone astray. Gabriel. Eze. Gyökeres. Now it's Havertz, looking for options for movement. Saka. Camavinga, Koundé, Olise, and it's Eze. Rice.
Oh, really well played.
Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Can he get it through?
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Hernandez. And here's Olise. Mbappe. That is a brilliant interception. And he can clear it away. Timber. Gets a good foot in there. Upamecano gets across to intercept that. And he's straight offside. Ødegaard.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. He's on shapes to shoot! It's bounced back off the post. Oh no, a quite unbelievable miss.
And it's Rabiot. Good ball over the top. Now it's Camavinga. Has to go back here. That has not gone well. Now, can they get him away? Hernandez, looking to play him in. Dembele gets into a good position. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Oh, that's a key interception. Timber. So, what can they make of this? He's a sharp little ball here, and he's intervened well there. And that's it. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in